Hello, thanks for tuning back in to another lesson, another math lesson. I failed to answer or to say at the end of the last lesson that there were homework pages that would have gone with that first lesson 11.1. So your workbook, your student workbook, those are those pages that when we were in school we would always tear out, but now we don't need to tear them out because you're at home. So your homework assignment is going to be pages 23 to 26. You'll have to have somebody at home check those, and I can actually show the answers as well. I will show them at the end of the lesson. Actually, no, I should show them now because you're going to need to pause and go do it. Okay, so here we go. This is pages 23 to 26. You might need to just pause if you need it a little bit longer to be held up there. Okay, and I was also going to show you the answers to your Let's Practice on page 37. Let me show that as well. You'll have to flip in your math workbook, or your math notes rather, and find those answers from the Let's Practice. And again, you'll probably need to pause the video right here so you can check your answers. Okay, so now we're going to get on to lesson 11.2, which will begin for you on page 38 in your student reference guide. There's two vocabulary words that are really important to know in this lesson, and it's in the title as well: kilometers and meters. Now, a kilometer is abbreviated with a km, and it's a distance. It's similar to miles, but it's less than a mile. Okay, so in this lesson, we are going to be practicing the kilometer and the meter as a unit of measurement of length. We're going to estimate, and we're going to practice measuring length. And then we're also going to practice converting units of measure, just like we did in the last lesson. So the first example on page 38, let's take a look at that one together. It says learn, so we know that that's an example, and it's really important to pay attention to those examples because we learn things. So the heading says use kilometers to measure length and distance. So there are some captions in our picture, and it says that a train is about 1,000 meters long. So it is about 1 kilometer. That seems like something kind of important to write down in our math notes. So let's write that down. I have to get another piece of paper. Okay, so we're going to write down the part where it says 1,000 meters, 1,000 meters, and I'm going to abbreviate an M for meter, equals 1 kilometer. And I'm going to abbreviate the km for kilometer as well. So that's just something that we want to remember. 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer, or you can go this way too. 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. Okay, let's look at the example below that one. It says a school is about 5 kilometers from Pam's house, and you can see it there in that picture diagram where it says 5 km. And then it says a zoo is 8 kilometers from Pam's house. And then you can see that 8 kilometers is a little bit further away than that 5. Okay, so those are some good examples. If we, get off track, we can always glance back at those examples and they can remind us what our focus is, especially in this lesson. All right, turn your page 39. It says learn at the top, so here's another example that we are going to pay attention to. This one says, the heading says, convert kilometers and meters to meters. Okay, so the distance, that's a highlighted word, the distance, so that's a length of measurement of travel. The distance between the library and Rick's house is 1 kilometer, 470 meters. what is the distance in meters? So we're going to go from kilometers and meters to just meters. So let's look at that example. It says 1 kilometer, 470 meters. Okay, so then they break apart the kilometers and the meters. So we know that 1 kilometer equals 1,000 meters. Okay, and then we've just got our 470 meters. So then we should be able to, or you can see that they added those up. 1,000 meters plus 470 meters gets you the grand total of 1,470 meters. That's the distance. Okay, let's move down to the guided learning. Guided learning, I'm going to walk you through it. We're going to do it together. I'm going to give you answers as we go. It's really important that you're practicing along with me, though, as well, because when we get to the let's practice, that's going to be completely on your own. Okay, guided learning, page 39 towards the bottom. It says, complete, use the drawing above. So we're going to use that example that we just read, okay? So it says the police station is blank kilometers, blank meters from Ricky's house. Okay, and well, think to yourself what it is. Now I'm going to refer you up to the diagram at the very top where you can see Ricky's house and you can see the police station, and that line that connects them, it says 2 kilometers, 320 meters. So that's what goes in those blanks. The police station is 2 kilometers, 320 meters from Ricky's house. The distance between the police station and Ricky's house is, so check that one on your own. What do you think? The distance between the police station and Ricky's house. What do you have to do? Okay, hopefully you figured it out. The distance between the police station and Ricky's house is 2,320 meters. Okay, let's go down to number 2, complete. So they're showing you 4 kilometers, 235 meters. Okay, and they want you to convert it to just meters. So we're going to break those two things apart. 4 kilometers, what does that equal? 4,000 meters, and the 235 meters is already in meters, so we can leave that. And then all we have to do is we have to add up the 4,000 and the 235, and that's how we get 4,235, and it's in meters. So here's what I did. Hopefully yours is the same.